everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with another video, and this time I'll be doing a fill and a really pretty set of fall nails. So as always, the first thing that I'm doing is just going in with an extra coarse drill bit to remove the gel polish that's on the nails currently. So again, that's a safety extra coarse drill bit. Remember, you do want to make sure that it's a safety one because you don't want to cut your client, or you also don't want to file down on their natural nail with this one because it is pretty coarse. As always, I do file around the cuticle area first and then remove the gel polish from the rest of the nail as I go. I do have a video on how to use the drill and what different drill bits to use, so I'll be sure to leave that link down below for you guys. Also, I want to go ahead and mention that when you're doing a fill, it's going to be the same process whether you're doing just the regular fill, if you're doing a fill on an acrylic overlay, or even a fill on gel nails. It's all going to be the same steps. So again, the first thing we do is first remove the gel polish, then we go in and push back the cuticles, and then we go in and remove the shine from the natural nail. After that, we apply the primer, and then after that we apply the product. So those steps are going to be exactly the same, and then after that, that's when you go in, and do your reshaping, filing, and all that good stuff. But all of the steps are always going to be exactly the same, except for, say for overlay, the nails are going to be a bit shorter or a lot shorter, but that's going to be the only difference. Everything else is going to be the same. Alrighty, so next we're going in with a cuticle pusher, and I'm just using this cuticle pusher that I got on Amazon. And remember that you want to make sure that your cuticle pushers are either disposable or disinfectable. You want to make sure that you disinfect all your implements before each client. After that, I'm going in and removing the shine from the natural nail. Remember, we're using a 180 sanding band, and those sanding bands do have to be switched down after each client. So I just have a little bag that I keep in my drawer with them, and then I just switch it out after each client. But I actually keep my old one on until I'm ready to use it, and then I switch it out. That way my clients see that I'm actually switching it out and using a new one for each person. But as always, when I'm doing this, I start from the right side, work my way around to the left side, just going back and forth to remove the shine from the natural nail. Next, we're just going in and dusting off the nails, and then I'm going in with my Young Nail Protein Bond, and we're applying this on the natural nail, making sure not to get it on the skin because if they have any little cuts, it could burn them. And then once we finish applying the Young Nail Protein Bond, we're going to go ahead and apply the acrylic. I'm using my GLAM Glids Clear Acrylic, which I've been loving lately, and I'm using my Alpha brush in a number 10, which I also love, and I'll be sure to leave that link down below. I'm I'm also applying some fall leaves. So as always, first I apply a thin layer of the clear acrylic, and then I go ahead and apply whatever, you know, whether it's glitter, foil. This time it just happened to be the fall leaves. I'm just applying 2 different colors, and then after this we're going to go ahead and encapsulate them with that same Glam and Glitz clear acrylic. And just as a little reminder, remember that you want to make sure that when you're encapsulating something, you want to make sure that the acrylic is thick enough to where you're not going to follow away any of your glitter, or in this case the fall leaves. You will be able to tell when, you know, something's sticking up, because once it's encapsulated it's going to look very dull, but once or if it's outside the nail, you're still going to be able to show like it shine through, I guess I could say. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. But again, make sure that you encapsulate them really good. Make sure that you also have a nice apex and a nice thickness at your tip. And then for the rest of the nails, we're just going to do a regular fill. So as always, first we fill in the back of the nail. We apply our bead closer to the cuticle area, patting it down, and then if we need to apply more acrylic somewhere else, then you are free to do so. But remember, the only way to know if you need to apply more acrylic is by just looking at your nail from the sides. And as you can see, I think it was 2 nails on each hand. We did have to remove some acrylic, or we had some glitter or the sequins inside the nail. So 2 nails I am gonna have to apply a little bit more product, just because I did thin them down a bit when I removed the sequins out of the nail. But as always, look at the nail from different angles. That way you are able to determine where you need to apply more product. Alrighty, so for this hand, we're going to do the fall leaves on this index finger. So again, we applied the thin layer of acrylic, and then I'm just going in and applying the fall leaves right on top of that. As you can see, I pick up the leaves with my brush. I just make sure it's a little damp, and I just place them on the nail while the acrylic is still a bit wet. That way the fall leaves just kind of stick right on. So after this, we're going to go ahead and just apply the acrylic over it and do the rest of the nails. And then again, for the rest of the nails, we're just going to do a regular fill-in. So we apply the acrylic closer to the cuticle area, pat it down and brushing it down towards the tip, and also making sure that we clean around that cuticle area really good, because we don't want any product on the skin. Alrighty, so once we finish applying the acrylic, we're going to go ahead and shape the nails. So as always, we want to go in and make sure that we redefine that shape, because after 2 or 3 weeks of them wearing their nails, the nails kind of do lose their shape just a little bit. So we have to go in and redefine the shape. So as always, I'm filing the sides and the free edge at a 90-degree angle, making sure that you hold your file really straight. That way you get a really perfect shape. And we're going to do that on all of the nails. Again, this is a 100 nail file, and we're just reshaping the nails. So once we finish reshaping the nails, I'm going in with a fine drill bit. And of course, we first focus around that cuticle area, going from the right side over to the left side, filing with the tip of the drill bit. And then when we file the rest of the nail, we just file with the belly of the drill bit to make sure that the entire nail is nice and smooth. But you first do want to focus around that cuticle area to make sure that it's nice, flat, sealed, and shut. And then focus around the entire nail to make sure that it's nice and smooth. Usually when I apply my acrylic, I'm able to get it nice and smooth. But if you are a beginner, you're still going to have those bump and lumps. So you're going to have to do a little bit more filing. But again, just make sure that you file the entire nail to make sure, or sorry, just make sure that you look at the nail from every angle that you can, because that's going to tell you, where you need to file a little bit more, because you will be able to see any bumps and lumps. Alrighty, so now we're going to go ahead and buff the nails. So remember that when we're buffing the nails, this is just to get rid of any of the scratches left on the nail from the hand file or the e-file. So make sure that you buff really good, because if not, you will be able to see those scratches through your polish. Alrighty, so we just wipe the nails off with an alcohol wipe, and then next we're going to go in and apply our polishes. So we're going to be using 4 really pretty fall colors. The first one is in the color Pumpkin Pie, and all of them are going to be by Madam Glam. As always, I do have a promo code for them, so I'll be sure to leave the link down below. The next one is in the color LA Styles. This one is a really pretty burgundy color. It's like literally the perfect shade, because I know some are like way too raspberry-ish color, I could say, and then there's others that are like way too dark. But anyways, this third one is in the color Down on Earth, and then the fourth one is going to be in the color Mocaccino. And as you can see, all of the colors have like a really good coverage with just one coat, which is what I absolutely love about Madam Glam. I hate those gel polishes that, you know, you have to apply like almost 3 coats of gel polish just so it can have a good coverage. But this one, we literally could get away with just applying 1 coat and we'll be good. But as always, I go in and apply 2 coats of every color that I use. But anyways, we're just cleaning around the cuticle area now. And then after this, we're going to go ahead and cure this hand for 30 seconds. We're going to do the same thing on the other hand. And then we're going to come back and do a second coat on each nail. Alrighty, so now we're going to go in and apply some gold foil on 2 fingers. And we're just applying this over the top of the gel polish. The gel polish was already cured, so we're just like literally just placing it on top. And it just sticks right on. I'm picking up the little foil with my small little cleanup brush. And I'm going to also go ahead and apply the Madam Glam gel top coat. I'm going to apply it on all of the nails. And then I'm going to come back to the nail with the foil. Alrighty, so same thing for the other hand. So again, we're just placing the gold foil on the nail, and then after that we're going to go in and apply a top coat on all of the nails, and then I'm going to come back to the one with the foil as well. Alrighty, and when you apply foil over gel polish, a lot of the time it still has like a little rough feel to it. So what you want to do is just go in and give it a gentle buff to get rid of any of those, little rough edges. After that, I'm just going to wipe it off with an alcohol wipe, and then I can go in and apply another top coat, and then it's going to be like really nice and smooth to where you can't even tell that it's, like right on top of polish. It's going to feel like it's literally like inside the polish, if that makes sense. But again, we're going to go ahead and apply the top coat on that one, and also we're just going to go ahead and apply the cuticle oil, and then we're going to cure this hand for another 30 seconds. Alrighty, y'all, so here is the final look. They turned out very, very pretty. Those colors are all so beautiful. And yeah, so as always, I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at GetNo32, and I'll see you guys next time.